Sunday night primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us in South America in the vibrant and colorful Brazilian beachside city of Rio de Janeiro. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Nighthawks of Rio de Janeiro. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rio de Janeiro team.
They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports.
And able to get this out to the 25.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now this throw caught left side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Tanner. Trying to find Barkley on the out route, and he's got him. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that and continuing to let him throw the football.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Nighthawks put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. And whatever they said appears to have worked.
Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
So here are the Ravens now as they get set for their opening possession. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
He's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Off the play fake. Goldman. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Off-play action. Goldman. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now it's Parker. Unable to corral him. He fights through.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Looking to throw. Tanner. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop it for an 8-yard loss.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
To throw on 2nd down. Tanner. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
To throw on 3rd down. Tanner. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Fielded just inside the 20. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
But you look at this defense.
They've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
They have tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the running game, and they have been successful so far. I'm wondering if this is...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. They'll have good field position at midfield following the turnover as they start with a first down here.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This to Graham on the short pass. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. At the 45-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Campbell. A 5-yard pass on 1st down and another 5-yard connection there. Off the play fake. Tanner. That ball caught by Campbell. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw again.
Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 15.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And the Ravens taking the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down, Crowley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
Anytime you eclipse 100 yards rushing, you deserve the acclaim that comes with it, and he got it. AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week.
And wasn't up around 200, wasn't a crazy, crazy game, but very good, solidly in that driver's seat to win that award, and he did. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Goldman. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
When you look at this defense,
right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it. They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off play action. Tanner. He'll find his man. That's Tanner again. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
7-7, our score after one. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Tanner. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Tanner. Catch made here by Campbell. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Looking to throw. Tanner. They'll find Tanner. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Tanner. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Operating from the gun, Tanner. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Operating from the gun, Tanner. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And his guys have taken the lead.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession.
After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
On 1st down, Goldman. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. They'll try the left side. Crowley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On 3rd and 2, Goldman. He finds his man, complete. It's Schwartz. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a 1st down.
That was simply snap, rock, and fire. I mean, they didn't take long at all. slant route, and I loved where he put it. He put on the body of the receiver low so that he can catch it.
I don't think there was any magical formula there. Defensively, that's just tough to defend.
Very much so. And that way it allows the receiver to keep his body in front of the defender and not allow him to go through him to knock the ball away.
He finds his man, complete. It's Shepard. 7 yards there and a first down.
Motion man is Schwartz.
Throwing on first down. Goldman over the middle, complete. That's Schwartz. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 39-yard line.
Looking to throw. Goldman. Got a man and he hits him in stride. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun. Goldman. He finds his man. Complete. It's Cannon. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Back to throw. Goldman. And it's caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now the Rio offense set to take over. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now. But this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun. Tanner over the middle. Open is Thomas. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Tanner. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He finds Taylor, complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Looking to throw. Tanner. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case,
down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown. A big play there. 51 yards.
And the Nighthawks have moved out in front.
Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise. Because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead is now 21-14. So that drives 7 plays in length. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive, his second of this first half, as he'll try again on first down here.
Off the play fake. Goldman. Throw left side complete. That's Cannon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Looking to throw on second down. Goldman. And he will find his man Samuel. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 1st and 10, Goldman out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down. Back to throw. Goldman. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And that one results in 35 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Goldman. He finds his man. Complete. It's Schwartz. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down. Back to throw. Goldman. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. operating from the gun. Goldman. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Now Moody for the PAT.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it was the visiting Falcons who were able to come away with the victory. The Falcons continue to roll as they run their mark to a very strong 4-1 with the victory. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to the Motor City to check on the Lions at home in Detroit. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. A 2-touchdown victory, 31-17, the final. Finally, let's take the trip across the Atlantic, see what's happening over in London. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs had lost their first 4, but they're able to get into the win column for the first time with the victory there.
Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Raven offense set to start this 3rd quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Crowley, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
I'm okay with the call there.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
From the 46, here's a 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Crowley. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
To throw on 3rd down. Goldman. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs it.
On first down, Goldman. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Off play action, Goldman. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On 3rd down, Goldman. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Dorsey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Throwing on 1st down. Tanner. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Tanner. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Tanner. Campbell making the catch. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Tanner. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake. Tanner. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And the 13-year man puts it through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
To throw on 3rd down, Goldman. And
that one too wide and incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Rio offense set to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now left side, a completion who's tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll run on first down. Dorsey shedding the tackle and gives him some room. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Back to throw. Tanner. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Up the middle they go. Dorsey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
On third down, Tanner. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a fourth down.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So the big gain through the air, but scratch it all off because he could not hang on to the football.
And you have to like what they did on defense here. They didn't give up on the play. Big yardage given up, but they still battled all the way to the end and helped force a turnover.
Now the Rio offense set to take over. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
On first down, Dorsey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25.
Looking to throw. Goldman. And his throw is incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that little last drive instead of throwing the interception.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fielded at about the 28. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Rio offense set to take over.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4.
Now a give right side. Dorsey. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
60 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 2nd down now. Dorsey. And they can't bring him down. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just
under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
2nd and 17 at the 31-yard line.
They run the counter. Dorsey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Dorsey. And he is going to lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
To throw on second down, Goldman. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On 3rd and 2, Goldman throwing the out route incomplete. That's Schwartz. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to throw. Goldman. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Now the Rio offense set to take over. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
They'll run on 1st down. Dorsey. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Ravens' 42-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dorsey. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens' 33.
92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas.
Oh, now meanwhile, the pass incomplete, but penalty flags on the field.
That's interference.
There might very well have been early contact there. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the door.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback.
His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Nighthawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
And boy, that was a heavy set. I think they had 3 tight ends out there. The fullback, you knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, they weren't trying to fool anybody at all, were they? There was none of this show you heavy set, bootleg it out. Nah. Big guys up front, hand it to the big guy in the backfield.
Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Goldman. And my goodness, another interception.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. They'll try the left side. Dorsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
106 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Tanner. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Gets by him at the 25.
And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning.
On 1st and 10, Goldman. And his throw here's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
On first down, Dorsey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dorsey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Rio,
they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year.
and they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.